Hello, I was asked to do a small tutorial about some of the effects and how they were achieved in my video Jungle Ferox. The first one was at 608. Now, this wasn't too hard to achieve because I work in Adobe After Effects, which has a built-in rotobrush tool. The shot itself has a little bit of noise and grain to it though, so sometimes using an automatic rotobrush tool like this can be a little bit iffy. Your mileage will vary with using it. It's all dependent on how much time you want to put into it and how much contrast between the subject and the background you have. So the background was just white. There's a little noise in it, as you can see here, but it wasn't enough to be able to mess up the rotobrush tool. The other spot that I was asked to talk about was 656. When it comes to editing, you should usually think of your shots in layers, much like painting. We've got the background, the cannon, we've got Skodward, and we've got red kicking the boulder. Each one is its own individual piece that moves independently of one another, but when sandwiched together, they look good. Now, this shot of Skodward was rotoscoped by hand in Adobe Photoshop. I ended up doing a lot of Adobe Photoshop rotoscoping because it gives me more control over the project. It lets me cut around things and ensure that they're as clean as I want them to be. This, of course, is very slow. It takes a lot of time, and I really wouldn't recommend it unless you're as much of a perfectionist as I can be about some of these shots. But the original shot was Skodward walking up to a window on the Krusty Krab and looking out of it. I just used that and then attached it to this PNG of a cannon that I rendered out of Blender and composited it all together so that it looked like it was all happening in real time. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any more questions, I could try and answer them in the comments below, but this is sort of the long and short of how I make videos like Squidward's Jungle Ferox.